Are you there? I think we were separated.
Мне пришлось это сначала пещеры начинать. Вот. Что-то не знаю, у меня компьютер сегодня как-то все очень странно идет. Да, ты прав. Это точно.
It's like a maze in here, full of dead ends and passages that lead nowhere. Try to use the Dawn Star gem. Maybe it will reveal a path we're not seeing. I think there's something stalking me in here.
Привет, привет. Вытаскивай скорее, а то не сможешь продолжать путешествие. Да ладно, стражником тоже неплохо быть. Будешь следить, чтобы никто не крал сладкий рулет. Кстати, здесь игра в этой игре стрела в голову не ваншотит. Жесть какая. Табуретка, я не хочу видеть, как ты вылизываешь свою.
If I were you, I would never let me go. If I were you, I would always love me so. If I were you.
Спасибо большое за подписку. Я в Oblivion много играла. Мне кажется, это лучшая игра серии.
Thank the stars, I can breathe again. I couldn't breathe. As usual, you found me just in the nick of time. The beast that a little lightheaded, but I'll be fine. Now that something with the body of a giant spider. use portal magic in here. That wasn't a pleasant experience.
В смысле, своя карта. Ну тут вот, смотри, есть Сиродил, Краглорн, Рифт, Истмарк. Истмарк это Скайрим, в принципе. Вандерфелл это вот там, где Моровинд. Сомерсет, вот, ну, я просто не совсем понимаю, что ты имеешь в виду. Магии много не бывает.
That light in the distance. It's brighter, out of place in this dismal setting. That must be the Golden Knight.
Привет всем вновь подошедшим. Располагайтесь. Спасибо за подписку.
My father won't leave something as valuable as Meridia's Golden Knight unprotected. or my webs will fill your pretty mouth next.
Ульфрик буревестник только лет через 100 родится.
Took you long enough. I expected this rescue hours ago.
Your gratitude has a hollow ring, knight.
Oh, I can be very grateful, my lady.
Maybe we should just leave.
Well, this is awkward. Here I am, Meridius champion, covered in webs and held at the mercy of unsettling spider people. Thanks for rescuing me, though. I would have freed myself at some point. I was just working up to it, that's all. Guilty as charged. Meridius sent me to offer my assistance, but those other princes, they kept interfering. And then I was dragged into this pit of spider harlots. Look, we can catch up on things later. Right now, there's one small problem. Getting out of a Daedric realm isn't just a matter of walking through a door. Believe me, I've tried. Hey, how did you get here, by the way? Mephala specifically said she was putting me someplace where no one... The Dawnstar gem. That makes sense. Between that and the Sigic sages, I can see how you wound up here. And with the gem, I can repair Dawnbreaker. But just so you...
Let's get out of here. Meet me outside. I can open a portal to the Dreaming Cave, but the ritual will take time, and will more than likely draw Mephala's Daedra. I won't be able to assist you while I'm casting, and the Golden Knight doesn't appear to be in any condition to... Let my voice penetrate the barriers between here and the Dreaming Cave. Keep them back a few moments longer. I can sense the portal opening, just by the stars! That spider thing!
Блин, я забыла следить за хпшкой, ну как обычно.
I can open a portal to... I won't be able... I can sense the portal opening, just by the stars! That spider thing! Let's get out of here.
Ну, поздравляю. Молодец.
Valcerin, take the knight to the healers. We'll deal with the sword later. In the meantime, I need to speak with our friend. You and Valcerin entered Mephala realm and rescued Meridia's golden knight. I couldn't ask for more, my friend. I assume Darien believed... I hope that would be the case. The golden knight will need to recover some of his strength first, though. Who knows what tortures Mephala and her creatures inflicted upon? Who can say what drives such beings as these? To work with the Sea Slode, to pit their followers against the cultists of other princes, to launch attacks into rival... Knight Darien needs to recover his strength first and restore the Dawnbreaker. Then we can attempt to unblock the path and see where I took the heart. While the Golden Knight recovers, we must make preparations for breaching the Daedric barrier. My memories return slowly, a little at a time. While you searched for the knight, I suspect that the language is ancient. It may actually predate the languages of Tamriel. I hoped you'd say that. I sent Oriandra to my study to review my memory and see if she could translate the ancient words. I even said, no. I just feel that the words contain the key to where I hid the heart of Forte, the Grand Maestro of the House of Reveries. We've shared research in the past, and he thinks the language could be related to tablets he once...
Friend of Valcerin, I have a proposal for you.
Not derived from Iliad, though I see a possible... Who's... Oh. Don't you know not to interrupt a sage when she's deep in concentration? I suppose the Right Master sent you to see how my research was coming. Not yet. The Master of the House of Reveries sent me his work. It relates to a similar language seen in the ruins of Ebon Stadmont, but I only understand a little of it. I wish... Ancient languages and battle magic, to name just a few. Lathan betrayed us, and I don't trust him, but I've reached a dead end. We need help, and he's the best option. I'll let the Right Master know what I proposed. He may not like it, but he's always telling us to utilize every available resource. I think... I have no idea, but it's worth a try. I know Lathan and the Right Master were friends. I don't believe Lathan would purposely try to harm Ikesis. On the other hand, if Lathan thinks that help... I suppose it had something to do with his daughter. Eldaway was a beautiful girl, smart, sweet, and full of energy. She brightened the entire island. When she fell ill, Lathan and Valcerin grew apart. Don't you think we tried? The Right Master, Valcerin, the entire Conclave. But nothing helped. She grew weaker and weaker, and then she was gone. Val threw herself into her work after that. Only if you want to guarantee that Lathan refuses to help us. Haven't you seen them since they were reunited? Val wants to kill him, and Lathan hates her with a passion. They used to be so in love. Now it breaks my heart to see them like this.
this attentive when our daughter actually needed you?
Lathan, I need to go check on the knight anyway.
Val, wait. Damn it. By the spinner's holy webs, when did I become an insufferable arse? Valcerin didn't deserve that. Yildaway was her daughter too. Is this some new attempt at interrogation? If so, I'm not familiar with the technique. Very well, I'll play along. Yes, I am a master linguist, specializing in ancient and obscure languages. Intriguing. I've never seen this dialect before. I can translate it, but I need more to work with. I need to examine the original tablets found at Ebon Stadmont. According to those notes, the writing is carved into a massive stone. I doubt you'd be able to carry it back here. All right, you've piqued my interest. Use this rune when you reach Ebon Stadmont. I don't see how that's relevant to our interactions. Not in the least. Still, my words were spiteful, meant to hurt her. There was no need for me to open old wounds. But why does this concern you? I'm your enemy. Are you too dense to see that? You and Ichesis, always sticking your noses into places they don't belong. I suppose I can appreciate that, but kindness won't help you in the coming war. Very well. I'll tell you this. Kate, I'm not sure what emotions I feel right now. But when my daughter was dying, when she was crying for her mother's comfort, Val wasn't there. She was buried. Nothing nefarious, if that's what you're asking. Just enter the forest, find the obscure language, and use the rune so I can see what you... According to the scribblings of this Grand Maestro Forte, Spinner's Web, that's a pompous title. The forest is a maze filled with all kinds of beasts and daedra. I don't see how that's relevant to our interactions.
Давай, давай играть. Хорошего дня тебе. потому что я хорошая, например. Как вариант. С памятью у меня плохо.
Seeking a sip of fine russet-tailed red. Prepare.
The room is working perfectly. It's almost as if I'm standing right next to you.
Не обижайся, я поняла тебя.
I can feel the powerful magic that permeates this place. The maestro's notes said the ancient words were etched into a massive stone. I expect you'll need... I'm not your tour guide. Just pick a direction and start walking. Wait a moment. The maestro's note. Refer to the book and use the rune again when you locate the ancient writing.
Wherever could that blasted mercenary be?
Хорошо, я поняла тебя.
Transmission. This is Transmission Radio.
Пожалуй. Я умничка, конечно. Я не поняла, в чем подвох. Я здесь уже была. Понятно. Мне нужно было просто прочитать эти заметки.
Have you found the inscription? Not yet. The Grand Maestro mentioned Daedra, but I never imagined they'd belong to one of the patrons of the Court of Bedlam. This changed. An excellent question. But we won't learn anything if you continue to... Ancient inscription. You found it. Something isn't right. I feel... our connection breaking up. It's Nocturnal's Earl...
Now that Lathan's gone, we can talk freely. These words of power, they aren't meant for mortal eyes. As an Earl in the Court of Bedlam, believe me when I say that Lathan isn't being totally honest with you. I wish to maintain the balance of power among the Daedric Triad. If Lathan translates this language and passes the secret on to his mistress, Mephala, she'll gain an advantage that could threaten my prince, Nocturnal. Speculate all you want. I'm here to present you with a gift. Nocturnal wants me to provide you with the meaning of the ancient words. It's in all our best. The phrase the Right Master remembers. The one that repeats itself over and over. It's a spell to retrieve something hidden. When the time is right, he just needs to repeat the phrase. My mistress doesn't explain herself to me, and she certainly won't explain herself to you. I assume, though, since the heart was hidden by the Right Master, then only the Artaeum is only as isolated as it allows itself to be. First, the Abyssal Pearl allowed the Sea Slode and Mephala to invade the Sidgic Island. Then you took Lathan, an Earl in the Court of Bedlam, prisoner. We know your moves before you make them. Our princes plan to do away with the laws imposed by other powers. They want to remake Nirn, reshape it to better suit their every inclination. Of course, to do this, all obstacles must be cast aside, including... The court isn't evil. We wouldn't be a part of something that didn't add to the greater good. When our princes are done, war and sickness will be eradicated. There will be true peace and godhood for the court, as befits... I am a dark elf, a child of Morrowind who lost her way. Anger and despair almost overwhelmed me, until Nocturnal reached out to comfort me. The Night Mistress filled me with... While it's true that the court consists primarily of high elves, who believe their birthright is the key to godhood, I am not so naive. Nocturnal selected me as her Earl. She taught me that loyalty... Tell the Right Master, it's a spell of retrieval.
Finally, I've re-established my connection to the rune. Tell me what Nocturnal's Earl said to you. I can't believe Nocturnal's Earl interfered like that. We're supposed to be allies. Why would she want to stop me from a spell? Interesting. And somehow connected to the Right Master's forgotten hiding. Right. I told them to interrupt my research before I could unravel an ancient and powerful language. Look, you should come back to Kapora Tower now. The Right Master wants... I just wish I could have spent a few moments studying that inscription.
Опять. Ё-моё, да что ж такое-то? Опять кнопочки перепутала. Мне надо внимательнее смотреть, что я нажимаю. пожаловать. Привет, привет и тебе.
Oriandra, you should have consulted me beforehand.
She saw an opportunity and she took it, Lykesis.
Silence, Lathan. Need I put you in chains to remind you of your status here?
I'm sorry, Right Master. We should have asked permission. It won't happen again.
This escapade of yours could have been disastrous. What were you and Oriandra thinking, trusting Lathan to help us translate the ancient language? Now nothing you discovered can be trusted. We're back to square one. I observed what I could through Lathan's connection, but it seems to me that the Court of Bedlam is just trying to confuse us. What do you think? Should we trust Nocturnal's Earl or not? As much as it pains me, I must concur. We'll just have to make sure that once we recover the heart, it isn't allowed to fall into the hands of the Court of Bedlam or their princes. Darian's outside. Talk to him, then meet me in the Dream Cave. No matter whether Nocturnal's Earl spoke truth or lies, we need to recover the heart of transparent law. I'm sure I hid it somewhere beyond the Daedric barrier. Was there anything else? I remember I tried to resist the Sea Sloth's compulsion and was able to maintain a sliver of control. But as for a revelation spell, where would I acquire something in such an obscure length? I remember using what control I still possessed to foil Katora's plans. I recall forging a bargain with someone I have no memory of. That, my friend, would be a mistake. Somerset's ancient defenses have withered since the transparent law crystal was broken and the heart removed. I'm sure that it is. But in that certainty, we gain an advantage. You'll be at my side when we locate the heart, and you'll be there to...
Seta, what are you thinking?
Your wounds, they're just gone.
I've always healed fast, Val. I can call you Val, right? Give me a moment. I'd like to chat with our friend.
Of course. Then go to the Dreaming Cave. The Rite Master's ready to begin.
I wanted to thank you again for getting me out of Mephalah's realm. Wasn't anything like I originally imagined. Oh, and I wanted to let you know that I was able to repair the Dawnbreaker. The sword's power should allow us to breach the barrier. No thanks to the Psijic healers. I thought they were gonna slice me open to try to figure out what makes me... well, me. I'm glad you stopped by, though. I wanted to talk to you. This might sound like a strange question. In fact, depending on how you answer it, it is a strange question. Do you remember me? I'm not talking about here in Somerset. I mean, from someplace else. You don't remember me? I was afraid of that. Meridia told me that time worked differently in Oblivion, but I didn't believe her. What's happened to me hasn't happened to you yet. That doesn't matter now. What matters is I found you. Meridia told me about the triad of Daedric princes, and she told me about you. Even sent me to help you defeat them. Of course, she conveniently forgot to tell me how to do that, and she stopped responding to my requests. Has me a little worried. Not everyone gets a choice about the battles they fight. My prince, she's all right, but she's not big on free will. I wanted you to know that you aren't beholden to a higher power. You can decide what you want to fight for. Fixing the Dawnbreaker was surprisingly easy, by the way, especially considering that I had never repaired a Daedric artifact before. Questions? Not like a test or anything, though, right? Tests give me a rash. But sure, yeah, what would you like to know? I wish I knew the answer to that. I remember my father well enough. He was a Breton, but I never met my mother. In fact, now that I think about it, my entire childhood is kind of a blur. Meridia only ever told me I was her vessel. I can't say I remember volunteering for that job, though. I have her magic inside me. Who I am, what I am, why the amazing good looks and roguish charm if I'm just here to stomp on Meridia's enemies. I mean, I guess if I was a prince, I'd want a dashing champion, so I can't blame her for that. Hey, I got stabbed a bunch, remember? You can't examine battle wounds with your armor on. Besides, this sea air is good for the skin. Ask anyone. I'll try not to distract you too much until after we've saved this world. After that, I don't have any plans, if you don't.
We're as prepared as we can be without knowing exactly where this pathway leads. I've even set wards that will help protect me from the Daedric princes. Remember though, our primary goal is to... The Golden Knight must wield the reforged Dawnbreaker to breach the barrier. Then we simply step through the portal and see where it takes us. I expect we may call upon your fighting skills before all is said and done. Are you ready to proceed? Sir Darian, Deal with this barrier, if you please.
My pleasure.
The way is open. Let's go.
Привет, Квикс. Как у тебя дела?
I'll be all right, Valcerin. Manipulating the dreaming cave always I expected the pathway to lead to some obscure corner of oblivion. But this is Nocturnal's realm. I wish the heart is here. I'm positive. Now that I think about it, this location has a familiar feel. I've been here before. Take Darien and scout the path ahead. Look for any signs that might indicate where I hid the heart. Valcerin will assist me and we'll follow behind you. As much as it pains me to admit, my many years are finally catching up with me.
Да, игра платная, но тут еще как бы дело в том, что можно купить как бы чистую версию без DLC. Вот. А можно с DLC, это, естественно, будет дороже. Но раньше было, что каждый раз нужно оплачивать, чтобы играть дальше. А сейчас один раз платишь и играешь.
Be prepared for anything. This is Nocturnal's realm.
First,
Хорошо, можно будет даже вместе поиграть, если захочешь.
Nocturnal's minions aren't exactly modest, are they? Not that I'm complaining.
This one walks the path once more. But where is the pretty crystal he carried last time?
Did that bird just talk? You heard that, right?
Pay the crows no mind. They're nothing but an annoyance. The crows serve as Nocturnal's eyes. She watches us through these annoying little creatures. There's nothing to do about it except to keep moving forward until we find the hiding. I remember carrying the heart of transparent law along this path and up toward the mountain above. I remember Nocturnal's creatures moved aside to let me pass. Obviously, I don't see any alternative, do you? Perhaps more memories from when I was last here will return.
Remind me to wear lighter armor next time we have to climb a mountain.
This one couldn't resist the sea sloan, not on his own. Ah!
What nonsense is this?
He doesn't remember. So desperate he was, he leaped at our mistress's offer. Ah!
Speak plainly, crows. Come back here.
Ichesis, calm down.
Crows. Their words. I remember fighting the sea sloth's compulsion with every fiber of my being. And I was losing. I remember Nocturnal appearing before me, offering to help me hide the heart away in a place that no one would ever find it.
Why are the realms of Daedric Prince?
Господи, это невозможно. Почему я все время прижимаю ульту вместо того, чтобы обыскать?
Be ready for anything. The path ends here.
I remember this.
Jesus, what are you saying?
I'm saying I remember taking the heart through that portal. With every step along this path, my memory grew clearer. This portal, it leads to where I had my fateful meeting with Nocturnal. Nocturnal offered me a spell that would hide the heart from everyone. The sea slowed, Nocturnal, even from me. As soon as I hid it away, I assume so. Some of the details still elude me. I remember entering the portal with the heart, then returning here without it in my hand. My preparations included numerous wards of protection. They should allow me to resist even the magic of a Daedric prince, at least for a short. Step cautiously. I remember very little about what lies on the other side of it.
Есть еще кто живой? Или все уснули?
I remember the words, but I don't know exactly what they mean. Once I begin the spell, my friends, the heart of transparent law will soon be back in our hands. Heart, reveal yourself. Ganoro Berin.
Your chest, it's glowing.
Ijavil. Of course. I put the heart inside myself. It's the perfect hiding place.
Look, Mephala. The mortal hid the heart inside his own body. How clever.
Uh-oh. Mephala and Clavicus Vile. This could be bad.
But why did Nocturnal keep this from us? No matter. I'll take the crystal now, right, Master?
My wards shall protect me.
Impressive for a mortal. But the wards won't hold long against our
Command
power.
me and I'll use the sword's power.
Stop struggling, mortal. You're only delaying the inevitable.
Tell me when to unleash Dawnbreaker's power.
Fight, Ikesis! Just hold on!
Dawnbreaker is ready. Just give the command. Command me and I'll use the sword's power. Where do all these Daedra keep coming from?
Поняла. Привет еще раз. Привет.
Dawnbreaker is ready. Just give the command. Tell me when to unleash Dawnbreaker's power.
Hold still, mortal, and I'll make
Promise me you'll lead them.
Don't even say it, Ikesis. Just keep fighting.
Dawnbreaker is ready. Just give the command.
Да, позитрон, привет.
Dawnbreaker is ready. Just give the command.
They're tearing me apart! Mafala, stop that! I've got him! Wait, what's the...
Nocturnal! How dare you interfere?
Get out of my realm, princess. You are no longer welcome. The heart belongs to me. We made a deal, didn't we, mortal?
Ikesis?
I did what I had to. I hid the heart, even from you. The only way to retrieve it is to kill me.
Very well. I accept those terms.
No!
We need to go, now! Behind me! Tell me when to unleash Dawnbreaker's power!
Right, Master. Damn it. Hang on. I'll get us out of here.
Dawnbreaker will protect us. I hope.
Meridia's vessel. You have no power here.
I'll show you power, you monster!
The Sword of Light. I'll keep that.
My sword! I just fixed that!
The heart is mine, and soon the Crystal Tower will belong to me. I no longer need Mafala or Vile.
Hold on. I'm getting us out of here.
Не на такое развитие событий я рассчитывала на самом деле.
Elsarin? Where's the right master?
Nocturnal killed him. We couldn't stop her.
No. That's not possible. This doesn't make any sense. What happened to the Right Master? I don't believe it. The Right Master, Ikesis, he's the best of us. Besides, I thought only he could reveal. I knew he was remembering things, but I had no idea he was so desperate. To make a deal with a Daedric prince, even to foil the Sea Slode, that was just foolish. In retrospect, though, Nocturnal betrayed the other princes? That's rather typical from what I've read. I'm not sure there is another way. With the Heart of Transparent Law, Nocturnal can control the Crystal Tower. And with the Crystal Tower, she can... well, I'm not sure why she wants the tower. We'll need to consult a few Grief does us no good unless we use it to focus our commitment. We need to rally our force. Sotha Seal said he had information meant only for Right Master Ikesis' ears. We also need to convince Sotha Seal to share the news he brought with her. We need to rally our forces, my friend.
Думаю, что на этом мы пока закончим. Я уже устала, рука начинает болеть. Продолжим уже, наверное, завтра. Вечером, я думаю, что запущу стрим конвоя нашего. Фэнсмарт, привет, привет тебе. Я уже думаю заканчивать. Приходи, ну, если хочешь свитки, приходи завтра. Я думаю, где-то часиков в 11 утра я начну. Я надеюсь, что ничего меня не отвлечет. А так вот вечером будет ЕТС, стрим конвоя. Конвой. Хорошо. Ну, если что, вечерний стрим будет часиков в 7 примерно. Ну, чуть-чуть пораньше его, наверное, запущу. Вот, а так завтра с утречка часиков в 11. Буду очень рада всех видеть. Все, давайте, всем пока-пока. Спасибо за подписочки, за то, что сидели в чатике. Всем пока-пока, до новых встреч.